What's going on, people? You're watching OSK Cam. Welcome to episode 4 of Don't Skip the Ads. Welcome to Don't Skip the Ads. Now, Don't Skip the Ads is the show where I show you the best advertising and marketing campaigns from around the world, showing you exactly what brands are doing to try and get their products over. It might be something cool, clever, funny, just letting you know that you don't always have to skip the ads. Sometimes they're going to be something that you enjoy. And the first advert I'm going to show you is something funny. I like to start with humor, so I'm going to show you a Belvita ad that is pretty hilarious. Basically, the story of this advert is that they've got a Monday morning journey to work. Everyone's pretty depressed because nobody wants to head back to work after the weekend. But the train driver has eaten his Belvita biscuits and he's decided to make this journey a little bit more fun for the passengers. Take a look.
Welcome aboard the 7:32 train to Waterloo. Congratulations to all you who made the effort to go to work today on this cold, dark Monday morning, which is officially the most depressing day of the year. So congratulations to you, yeah? Big ups. Nice one. Wicked. This is the fast service to London Waterloo, so we should get to know each other quite quickly. My name is George. I like swimming, hip-hop music. I also like gherkins in my burgers. Little trivia for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Hospital Radio's loss is your game this morning. Hardcore Raven. London Waterloo. We are now arriving at Broadstairs. Please note that this station doesn't have a lift, but it does have Broadstairs though. Does anybody want a drive-through?
Thank you.
Hands up if you chose between snooze or a shower this morning. This is a customer announcement. Will the man with the yellow lycra please tone it down, as there's a few passengers that aren't fully awake here. Thank you all for travelling with me, and thank you all for making my morning such a good one. I hope you had a good one too. Respect, brother. Have a nice one, lovely. Nice one. Have a great day.
Hey yo, that advert was dope, man. I can't even lie. It was just proper funny the whole way through. And it shows that you don't always have to have like your brand shown. It wasn't an advert completely about biscuits. It was just an advert about something that is feel good. And the tagline for the biscuits was like, "Good morning, start with Belvita," or something like that. So he just made us all laugh and made the people on the train laugh and showed what, you know, their brand is all about, which is pretty cool. The bit that made me laugh the most, yeah, is when some old man is coming off the train and he's just like, "Respect, brother."
Respect, brother.
I was actually in stitches when I saw that. Like, I couldn't believe he did that. Such a funny advert, and I really wasn't expecting it from Belvita of all companies. But it shows they got a sense of humour. Now, this show is all about showing you adverts that are cool, that are funny, that are entertaining to watch. But at the end of the day, advertising is a results-based industry. People want sales. People want to sell products, or they want to sell services, or they just want to make some money at the end of the day. And that's what the advert is for. So it's very rare that I get to show you an advert with actual results attached to it. But today, I can. Now, in the UK, we have a rapper or an MC by the name of Stormzy. He makes grime tunes, rap tunes, and even gospel tunes, apparently. He was releasing his upcoming album, and he started it by putting billboards around London just to promote the new album that was coming out. Now, he had albums which were basically lyrics from the album that hadn't already come out yet, so we didn't even know they were lyrics. All it was were these black billboards with quotes on them like, "All my young black kings rise up, this is our year, I ain't dropped nothing for a minute," or something along those lines, but I'm fine. Basically just prompting the album. The hashtag was GSAP. People didn't even know what that stood for. And then when the album eventually came out, we knew the album was called Gang Signs and Prayer. But these billboards around London were what started the marketing campaign, pretty much started the rollout for the whole album. And for this independent grime artist to put billboards up around London, it was a huge deal. So much of a huge deal that I live in London. I didn't see any of these billboards on the street. I saw them on social media because the first day they were up there, people were tweeting them, people were putting them on Instagram. It was a big deal. People took note. And the hashtag GSAP was flying about the place. So shout out to Stormzy for really prompting this album, this really big push. And also, he also had a 30-second advert in the middle of the Brits, which is basically the biggest music award show in the country. So that was obviously very cool.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth?
Now this brought so much anticipation amongst Stormzy fans for what was to come, for the album that was about to drop. And I always think when it comes to a music album, when it does so well within its first week or its first day, I don't think that's down to the music being good, because no one's even heard it at that point. It's all down to the marketing, the rollout, and the brand that you've built up just before you're releasing an album. And I think Stormzy did a fantastic job. And the album went all the way to #1. For an independent grime artist, that is nothing short of phenomenal. So I just think that advertising campaign, well done. Hats off to that marketing team. Well, I'm not gonna take my hat off because my train's dead. But yeah, it was sick. So congratulations to Stormzy on a successful marketing campaign and a #1 album. And I guess there's only one thing to say, which is
Respect, brother.
okay, before we get to our last very special ad that's been racking up the views lately, I want to take you to our vintage ad of the week. This is the part of the show where I show you an advert from back in the day that I think was just pretty sick. And I'm going to show you one from 1998. We are throwing it all the way back this year. This is what, 19 years ago? Yeah, a fantastic advert by a brand that has always had a long list of really, really good adverts. And I think you could even say they hold the record for the most amount of adverts. You'll see where I'm going with this. This is a surfer advert from Guinness from 1998. Check it out.
He waits. That's what he does. And I tell you what, tick followed tock, followed tick, followed tock, followed tick. Ahab says, I don't care who you are, here's to your dream. The old sailors return to the bar. Here's to you, Ahab! And the fat drummer hit the beat with all his heart. Here's to waiting.
Good things come to those who wait. I mean, that advert was just, that could have been shown in a gallery. It's just like a piece of art, man. It was so good. Like the horses and the black and white imagery, like showing you the Guinness thing, and then the whole thing of good things come to those who wait. I mean, at first I'm watching it, I'm thinking, why has it got such a long opening shot of this man just standing there? But then you realize it's all about the wait and the build up for the waves. Phenomenal, like phenomenal. I mean, I remember watching that as a 5-year-old and thinking it was sick. So watching it again now, 18 years later, I'm like, wow, what a fantastic, 19 years later, what a fantastic advert that was. Now, our final ad of the show features a YouTuber. Now, ever since I started YouTube, I've been researching a lot of YouTubers that I think are cool. And one of the most inspirational people on this platform for me is a man by the name of Neistat. He has almost 7 million subscribers and he just does the most coolest vlogs ever. He also dabbles in advertising from time to time. Casey did an advert for Samsung, which is to be shown in the middle of the Oscars. So he took that opportunity to write a small piece about how YouTubers also make films, but they're not celebrated as much as the Oscars, and it's showing how the art can be as big as a massive film crew with a massive production, or somebody with an iPhone recording themselves can be just seen as just as good a movie in terms of creative quality and how it is received. So take a look.
Allow me to introduce the rest of us. We're the makers, the directors, and the creators of this generation. We don't have big award shows or huge budgets or fancy cameras, but what we do have are our phones and duct tape and parking lots and guts. And we have ideas we need to share. We know it's not the size of the production that matters, it's what you make. We don't create because we have to, we create because we love to. And we've captured billions of moments from different angles, for different reasons, for millions of viewers, but with one thing in common. When we're told that we can't, we all have the same answer. Watch me.
Well, there you have it. That was Neistat, do what you can't, from Samsung. Now, I was just super inspired by that. One of the quotes that stood out to me is like, it's not the size of the production, it's about what you make and how good that you can actually create something awesome without, you know, needing backing. Just kind of like how Stormzy created an awesome album, independent, without needing, you know, a big label to push it. And that's really what the advert is all about. It symbolizes the idea of art over, you know, money. You know, if you are interested in behind the scenes of how he made the advert, Casey actually does a vlog on his channel, which is pretty much daily now. So he basically shows you his, you know, his set and how it was to actually be on the advert set, and just basically the behind the scenes of the advert. So that is really cool. I advise you check that out as well. Right, thank you for watching Don't Skip the Ads. I hope you enjoyed all the adverts I showed you. I hope you're inspired by something you've seen. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the video so much that you click that subscribe button down below, because I make pretty cool videos just like these. My last video was a vlog trip from when me and my friends went to Paris for the weekend. That is honestly one of the best videos I think I've ever done, so check that out. I normally tend to do videos every single Saturday, but I don't know, I kind of fell off. So this is my attempt to get back on the wagon. I hope you can subscribe to the channel. And one last thing I want you to remember is...
Respect, brother.
Not that. Don't skip the ads.